Before DJ Premier crafted his legendary boom-bap sound and DJ Jazzy Jeff won the first rap Grammy, the 1980s hip-hop underground was packed with turntable innovators who pioneered scratch techniques, rocked legendary park jams, and built the sonic blueprint that defined an entire generation. They moved crowds at the Roxy, the Latin Quarter, and countless basement parties from the Bronx to Compton, yet mainstream hip-hop history overlooked their contributions. Let's bring them back, starting with number 30. Number 30, DJ Jazzy J. This Zulu Nation lieutenant worked directly under Afrika Bambaataa in the early 80s, helping spread the movement's message through the Bronx River houses. Jay's mixing style combined funk breaks with early electro, and he reportedly taught Def Jam's Rick Rubin the fundamentals of hip-hop production. He released Def Jam on Def Jam Records in 1984, but his real contribution was preserving the raw park jam aesthetic during hip-hop's commercial explosion. Number 29, DJ Disco Wiz. Born Luis Cedeño, Disco Wiz holds the distinction of being one of hip-hop's first Latino DJs, spinning at Bronx parties as early as 1977 and carrying that legacy through the entire 1980s underground scene. He partnered with Grandmaster Caz and rocked the T-Connection, developing a reputation for flawless beat juggling and crowd control. His influence on Latin hip-hop culture cannot be overstated, though he never achieved mainstream recognition during the golden era. Number 28, DJ Breakout of the Funky 4+1. While MC Shaw Rock got most of the group's attention, Breakout provided the sonic foundation that made them the first rap group to perform on national television in 1981. His mixing incorporated jazz fusion elements unusual for the era, and he mentored younger DJs throughout the Bronx. Breakout's technical precision influenced the next generation of New York turntablists who would dominate the late 80s. Number 27, DJ Charlie Chase from the Cold Crush Brothers. Chase brought a musical sophistication to hip-hop DJing that separated him from his peers, incorporating Latin percussion and salsa rhythms into his sets. He was one of the first DJs to scratch and key with the music, creating melodic scratches rather than just rhythmic ones. Throughout the 1980s, Chase remained the Cold Crush's secret weapon during legendary Harlem World and Disco Fever battles against Fantastic Five and others. Number 26, DJ Grand Wizard Theodore. Yeah, he invented the scratch. Everybody knows that story about his mom yelling at him, but Theodore's 1980s work remains criminally underappreciated. He rocked with the Fantastic Five throughout the decade, developing the needle drop technique and teaching scratch workshops in community centers. Theodore never got the commercial success of his student Grandmaster Flash, but DJs who came up in the 80s will tell you his technical skill was unmatched. Number 25, DJ Cheese from Philadelphia. When Philly DJs started dominating scratch competitions in the mid-80s, Cheese was leading that revolution. He won the 1986 New Music Seminar DJ Battle and brought a raw, aggressive scratch style that contrasted with New York's smoother approach. Cheese's influence spread through DJ battles and demonstration tapes traded underground, inspiring the technical scratching movement that would explode in the 90s with the invisible scratch pickles. Number 24, DJ Cash Money, also from Philadelphia. Cash Money and his partner MC Marvelous dropped Ugly People Be Quiet in 1988, but Cash's real legacy came from pioneering the Transformer scratch technique. He won the 1988 DMC World Championship with a routine that incorporated jazz and funk in ways nobody had heard before. His technical innovations influenced everyone from Mixmaster Mike to Q-Bert, but mainstream audiences never caught on during the 80s. Number 23, DJ Jazzy Joyce. One of hip-hop's pioneering female DJs, Joyce cut her teeth in the Bronx during the early 80s before becoming Sweet Tea's DJ. She rocked parties at the Roxy and Latin Quarter, holding her own against male DJs who didn't think women belonged behind the turntables. Joyce's mixing style emphasized funk and disco breaks, and she mentored other female DJs throughout the decade, fighting for representation in a male-dominated culture. Number 22, DJ Polo, Kool G Rap's partner throughout the late 80s. While G-Rap's complex rhyme schemes get all the attention, Polo's production and DJ work on Road to the Riches and Wanted Dead or Alive created the dark cinematic soundscapes that defined Queensbridge hip-hop. His sample selection pulled from jazz, soul, and film scores years before that approach became standard. Polo never achieved the producer fame of a DJ Premier or Pete Rock, but his influence runs deep. Number 21, DJ Aladdin from Los Angeles. Aladdin served as the Egyptian lover's DJ and helped define the West Coast electro sound that dominated LA in the mid-80s. He appeared on Egypt, and other Egyptian lover classics, bringing a futuristic scratch style that complemented the 808 drum machines and vocoders. While Egyptian Lover got the spotlight, Aladdin's turntable work was essential to that entire Uncle Jam's army movement that predated gangster rap. Number 20, DJ Mark the 45 King from the Bronx, later New Jersey. Mark produced the 900 number for the 45 King Collective in 1987, showcasing his breakbeat mastery. He was Queen Latifah's original DJ in the Flavor unit and produced early tracks for Apache and Lakeem Shabazz. The 45 King's sample flipping technique influenced countless producers, and he was one of the first to mine rare funk 45s for obscure breaks. His production blueprint shaped 90s boom bap completely. Number 19, DJ Bobcat from the Bronx. Bobcat was down with the Diggin' in the Crates crew's earliest formations, spinning at underground parties throughout the late 80s. His mixing incorporated Latin percussion and rare funk breaks, creating a sophisticated sound that influenced Diamond D and Showbiz. Though DITC didn't release official records until the 90s, Bobcat's 80s party tapes circulated through the 5 boroughs, building the crew's reputation as having the illest DJs and producers in New York. Number 18, DJ Cutmaster DC from Los Angeles. DC was Young MC's DJ and co-produced Bust a Move, the crossover smash that went platinum in 1989. But before that commercial success, DC was deep in the LA underground, spinning mobile DJ gigs and developing the clean, radio-friendly production style that would dominate pop rap. His work bridged street hip-hop and mainstream acceptance, though he never got the credit that Tone Loc or Young MC received for LA's late 80s explosion. Number 17, DJ Spinbad, who started DJing in the Bronx during the mid-80s as a teenager. Spinbad specialized in blends and quick mixing, creating seamless routines that moved from break beats to R&B to reggae without missing a beat. He worked the Latin Quarter and other Manhattan clubs, building a reputation among hip-hop purists for technical precision. Though his fame came later with mixtapes, his 80s foundation established him as one of New York's most versatile turntablists when versatility wasn't yet celebrated. Number 16, DJ Eddie F. from Flatbush, Brooklyn. Eddie co-founded the Untouchables crew, which later became Heavy D and the Boys. He produced and DJ'd on Heavy D's Living Large album in 1987, helping create the New Jack Swing sound that fused hip-hop and R&B. Eddie F's production style emphasized live instrumentation and melody over hard drums, pioneering the crossover approach that would dominate the 90s. His contribution to making hip-hop palatable for pop radio changed the game's trajectory. We're halfway through this list of forgotten legends, and if you're digging these stories about the DJs who built hip-hop's foundation, do me a solid and subscribe to Hip Hop Legends Archives. We're bringing back the culture's hidden history every week, making sure these pioneers get the recognition they deserve. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next deep dive into the music that changed everything. Number 15, DJ Tony Tone from Queensbridge. Tony rocked with Cold Chillin Records throughout the late 80s, serving as the in-house DJ for showcases and parties. He was close with Biz Markie and Big Daddy Kane, providing DJ support during their early performances. Tony's mixing style emphasized clever blends and unexpected sample combinations, influencing Marley Marl's production approach. Though he never released records under his own name, Tony's presence at every major Cold Chillin session made him the crew's unofficial musical director. Interested number 14, DJ Woody Wood from South Central Los Angeles. Woody was instrumental in developing the LA gangsta sound before Dre and Yella locked it down. He DJ'd for King T's early performances and spun at Radiotron parties where NWA got their start. Woody's mixing emphasized hard funk breaks and minimal scratching, letting the beat breathe, an approach that became the West Coast signature. His work never translated to record sales, but every LA DJ from that era acknowledges Woody's influence on the region's sonic identity. Number 13, DJ Corrie B from Brooklyn. Corrie was one of the few female DJs commanding respect in the male-dominated 80s scene, spinning at clubs throughout New York and holding residencies at several Brooklyn venues. Her style incorporated disco and house music influences, creating a more melodic approach to hip-hop mixing. Corrie mentored younger female DJs and fought constantly for stage time and recognition. She never released records, but her presence proved women could rock parties as hard as any man. Number 12, DJ Slide from Harlem. Slide worked the club circuit throughout the mid to late 80s, DJing at the Rooftop and other Manhattan venues. He specialized in blends and was one of the first DJs to incorporate reggae dancehall into hip-hop sets, predating the 90s reggae rap fusion. Slide's radio show on smaller stations spread underground hip-hop throughout the tri-state area. His mixing tapes, passed hand-to-hand, influenced club DJs across the East Coast, who wanted to expand beyond straight breakbeat mixing. Number 11, DJ Afrika Islam. Not to be confused with Afrika Bambaataa, Islam was a Zulu Nation DJ who worked with Ice-T on the West Coast, helping bring New York DJ techniques to Los Angeles. He appeared on Reckless in 1984 and other early Ice-T tracks, bringing scratch skills that few LA DJs possessed at the time. Islam's cross-country influence helped unify hip-hop's coasts before the rivalry narrative took over, proving that DJ culture could transcend geography when skills were respected. Number 10. DJ Battlecat from South Central LA. Before he became a super producer in the 90s and 2000s, Battlecat was a teenage DJ spinning at house parties and school dances in the mid-80s. His early work emphasized heavy bass and minimal high-end, creating a sound that would later define West Coast G-Funk. Battlecat was influenced by Egyptian Lover and the electro scene, but he stripped it down to raw funk, laying groundwork for the gangsta era that would make California hip-hop a commercial powerhouse. Number 9. DJ Slip, who worked with Double D and Stiansky on the legendary Lessons series starting in 1983. These cut-and-paste audio collages revolutionized how DJs thought about sampling and composition. Slip's contribution involved sourcing obscure records and suggesting sample combinations that created narrative through sound. While Stiansky got most of the credit, Slip's DJ sensibility and record knowledge made the Lessons possible, influencing everyone from the Bomb Squad to DJ Shadow years later with their innovative audio storytelling approach. Number 8. DJ Davey D from the Bay Area. Davey D was both a DJ and hip-hop journalist, documenting the culture while actively participating in it. He hosted radio shows on KPFA, breaking records from independent artists, and conducting interviews that preserved 80s hip-hop history. Davey's DJ sets incorporated political commentary and African-influenced rhythms, connecting hip-hop to larger Black liberation movements. His dual role as DJ and historian made him uniquely positioned to understand and preserve the culture's evolution throughout the decade. Number 7. DJ Mr. C from the Bronx. Before he became Big Daddy Kane's legendary DJ, Mr. C was cutting his teeth at Bronx parties in the mid-80s, developing a mixing style that emphasized musical precision over flash. He joined Kane in 1987 and provided the scratches and blends on Long Live the Kane and It's a Big Daddy Thing. Mr. C's approach, letting the MC shine while providing perfect musical support, defined what it meant to be a hip-hop DJ rather than just a turntablist showing off tricks. Number 6. DJ Louie Lou, a Bronx legend who never left the borough but influenced everyone who did. Louie Lou rocked park jams and community center parties throughout the early and mid-80s, specializing in obscure funk and soul breaks that other DJs couldn't identify. He mentored younger DJs on record selection and crowd reading, teaching that DJing wasn't just about technical skills but understanding your audience's energy. Louie Lou represents hundreds of local DJs who never pursued fame but kept the culture alive in their communities. Number 5. DJ WizKid from Brooklyn. WizKid came up in the mid-80s doing mobile DJ gigs and house parties before landing club residencies. He was known for incredible speed mixing, transitioning between records so fast crowds barely noticed the changes. WizKid also pioneered the practice of recording custom pause tapes for parties, creating seamless hour-long mixes before mixing technology made it easy. His innovation influenced mobile DJs across the tri-state area, though his name never appeared on any records during the decade. Number 4. DJ Easy Lee of the Cold Crush Brothers. While Charlie Chase was the group's primary DJ, Easy Lee held it down during the early 80s before Charlie's arrival, establishing the Cold Crush's reputation at legendary Harlem battles. Easy Lee's mixing emphasized beat juggling and precise timing, creating extended breaks that let the MCs showcase their skills. He represented the transition generation between disco DJing and true hip-hop turntablism, bridging those techniques and teaching younger DJs how to control crowds through musical tension and release. Number 3. DJ Doc from Miami's early bass music scene. Doc was instrumental in developing the Miami bass sound that would explode nationally in the 90s, DJing at clubs throughout Liberty City in the mid to late 80s. His sets emphasized 808 bass and fast tempos, creating a party atmosphere distinct from New York or LA hip-hop. DJ Doc influenced Luke Skywalker and the entire 2 Live Crew movement, though he remained a local legend. His work proved that hip-hop's regional diversity was a strength, not a dilution of the culture. Number 2. DJ AJ Scratch from Brooklyn. AJ was part of the underground battle circuit in the mid to late 80s, competing at the New Music Seminar and other DJ competitions. His scratch routines incorporated jazz phrasing and polyrhythmic patterns, creating musical complexity that judges couldn't ignore. Though he never won major championships, AJ's influence on technical scratching was profound. He taught workshops and mentored younger DJs who would carry his techniques into the 90s turntablist movement. AJ represents the bridge between party rocking and scratch artistry as a standalone discipline. Number 1. DJ Baron from the Bronx. Baron represents every nameless DJ who rocked basement parties, park jams, and block parties throughout the 1980s without ever recording a single or winning a championship. He spun at Bronx venues in the early 80s, keeping hip-hop alive during its most vulnerable years when the culture could have died as a fad. DJ Baron's dedication to the craft, spending his own money on records, lugging heavy equipment on the subway, setting up outdoors in all weather, embodies the true hip-hop spirit. He did it purely for the love of the culture, asking nothing in return except the chance to rock a crowd. Baron and thousands like him are why hip-hop survived to become the dominant force in global music. They deserve recognition, not for innovation or fame, but for their unwavering commitment to a culture that hadn't yet proven it would last. This one's for Baron and every forgotten DJ who kept the music alive when nobody was watching. There you have it, 30 obscure DJs who built hip-hop's foundation while the world looked elsewhere. These turntablists, mixers, and beat jugglers created the techniques, sounds, and standards that every DJ today takes for granted. If this video opened your eyes to hip-hop's hidden history, smash that like button and drop a comment telling us which DJ surprised you most. Subscribe to Hip Hop Legends Archives because we're committed to documenting the full story of this culture, not just the names everybody already knows. Hit that notification bell so you catch our next deep dive into the pioneers who changed music forever but never got their flowers. Peace, and remember, respect the architects.